old woman, the old lady who lived happily ever after. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, recommendations, or information. I just share with you my viewpoints on different topics. And this is about the old lady who lived happily ever after, who was well into her 80s. So I've told this story about a year ago when I first started publicly here on YouTube. I don't remember what the name of the video was called. So I'll tell the story again. Well, I once knew an old woman, and she was well into her 80s, and her husband passed. And she was so sad, and she just really loved her husband, and she missed him so much, and they had such a great marriage. Well, she lived out in the country and kind of like up a hill on an old winding dirt road in a big old house, and she was out there, and her kids came to visit her, you know, periodically, pretty often, but you know, she was out there alone a lot. So she didn't know how to drive very well. So what she did is she called a taxi and she went into town. And there was it was a small town, but they had a little wig shop in one of the store basements. And she went and bought this long, straight blonde, platinum blonde wig. And she bought herself a pair of stiletto high heels and some black stockings, black net stockings, and a short skirt or a short dress. I'm not sure which it was, but it was one or the other. And so she went back home, she got all dressed up, and she called the taxi cab company again, and up the winding old dirt road, up the hill, came the taxi, picked her up. But this time, she was in her long blonde wig, high heels, black net stockings, and short skirt or short dress. And away she went to the local honky-tonk, as they called them, the local bar. Well, lo and behold, she went night after night. And so the taxi cab driver, he would come up that winding road and pick her up. And she would have herself a few of, I think they were martinis back then. And she would have a few martinis, and then he would bring her home late at night, the taxi cab driver did. Well, one night she was sitting at one of the bars, one of the honky-tonks, and she met this man who was in her age group as well. He turned out to be an old retired doctor. Well, back up the winding road she came, but this time she came up with the old man with her blonde wig, her stiletto high heels, her black net stockings. And after that, they were nearly inseparable. Well, 2 weeks later, they were married. Her kids were absolutely shocked. They didn't know what to do. They thought maybe she had had a stroke or something like that, but she didn't. She was in her right mind. And so here she had gotten married. And so her kids had to accept it. So she married this old retired doctor. Well, I have to tell you, story be told, they had a lot of good fun together. This old lady was happy the rest of her life. Well, I think the old retired doctor, I think he passed on before she did, and then she passed on shortly after he did. But she was happy the rest of her life. And she was what we called the party lady. Well, a party lady was anyone that kind of had a lot of fun. And I always say, I want to be a party lady. Now, of course, y'all know I don't drink, and I only go to bars to have bar food because some of my favorite food in the world is bar food. I absolutely love bar food. I think bar food is some of the best food. But you know what I'm saying is that she had fun in her life. She didn't say, well, I'm 80 years old, I might as well dry up and I might as well die. She had fun. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to go out and buy a blonde wig and high heels and go out and sit on the bar stool and marry a retired doctor. I'm not saying that. You might want to travel. You might want to go to the local restaurants every night and have a good time. You might want to go to church every day. I mean, whatever makes you happy at your stage of life. Just because we get older doesn't mean that we dry up and wither away. We can be like the old party lady. I know for me, I want to be the old party lady. I want to be the old party lady now, except I'm happily married, so I'll be the old party lady with my husband. Well, from my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. Links are pinned to the top of the comment section below. If you connect with me, I will likely connect back with you as well. So from my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.